Okay, how many of you know about Beyblades? Beyblades, you guys know about that thing, right? How many of you actually do know about Beyblades? Yes, okay, I see. I used to watch it with my brothers. Oh, yeah, I know, right? The one that I know and I used to watch when I was young was Beyblade Metal Masters. It was Beyblade Metal Masters, right? I used to watch that a lot every time, whenever it's, you know. But another talk though, other than anime, have you played the Beyblade by yourself? Like, or did you bought Beyblade toys, you know? Did you buy Beyblade toys in your life anytime? If I'm not wrong, when I was young, I did get a chance to play. I had a neighbor. I have with my brother, but I always lose. Oh, that's sad. I still remember when I was young, I have a neighbor who also have a Beyblade, who also used to have a Beyblade. I'm sorry, but here's the thing. When I was young, well, you know, I could not understand so many things, so I used to go spend time on their house and yeah, just go for it. When I saw that Beyblade toy, I was like, wait, is this the same top? Is this the same thing as from that show? Beyblade Burst, that's what I used to watch. Oh, Beyblade Burst, I see. For me, it was Beyblade Metal Masters. Beyblade Metal Masters and Metal Fury, I believe. So I guess you are a little bit of younger and my one is a little bit of older. So I guess that would do it. One thing I have to say is that when I get a chance to play that Beyblade on my neighbor's house, the logo on the top was missing. And I was confused, like, what was the Beyblade? But I just used to do is just get the launcher, just spin it on the floor and just just stare at it for the next, like, I don't know, 10 minutes and stuff, you know? Matter of fact, I am still watching Beyblade though. Beyblade now has released a new season. I believe we can showcase that a little bit. So this is the show I was talking about. That is currently going right now. I think right now it is on season 3, and and just to let you know, after Beyblade Metal Masters, I completely stopped watching Beyblades or in cartoons in general because, well, you know, life went completely busy and I never got a chance to actually watch any cartoons in first place. So I lost all of my interest in cartoons in the first place, including Beyblades. However, when at the last year during the October, when I get to know about this show, when I was watching anime, illegal way of course. When I was watching some animes, and when I saw this was popping up, I was like, hold on, Beyblade. Man, it's been a long time since I watched Beyblades. I guess I could give it a try. All I'm saying is that the anime itself is quite bland, I should say, but it's definitely not as bad. It is improving day by day. But what impressed me most are the Beyblade toys, the tops that used to feature on the animes. Like, one thing for sure is that they're now more fun. They're now more fun to play compared to Beyblade Burst and Beyblade Metal Fight generation. Sometimes I believe I could buy, but here's the problem. Here in Bangladesh, there is not a single Beyblade X. There's literally not a single Beyblade X at all. We still have old Beyblades, we still have some of the fake burst Beyblades, but Beyblade X, completely non-existent. Which is kind of sad, not gonna lie. Because I'm enjoying right now. I am enjoying the anime. So, you know, now if you want to, maybe we can react to it, but I don't think I can react to the anime because then I'm gonna get a copyright strike, since this is licensed. But we can watch some of the moments. Oh, speaking of moments, what was your favorite spinner? Like, which top was your favorite, may I know? And who's your favorite character, of course, in the anime? Maybe I can get some knowledge about that. For me right now, I will For me, since I watch Beyblade Metal Masters and Beyblade Metal Fights, my personal favorite would always gonna be, well, you know, the main character of the show, Jinka Hagane. And another character I liked the most, I feel like it was Masamune Kadoya. And my favorite Beyblade, my personal favorite Beyblade has to be Galaxy Pegasus, and I think it was Ray Striker. Yeah, Ray Striker. And another one I like the most, it was Sagittarius, I believe. Maybe we can react to some of the documentaries of Beyblade animes. All right, let's see together.
Okay, let's see here. What is a new video idea? Can't make a burst video. I've been making a million of those. Can make a plastic gen video? Nah, those don't get any views. Wait, I can make a metal fusion video. People still like those, right? Let's see. When's the last time I made a metal fusion video?
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, you already know the drill. I'll get to working on it right now.
The Metal Saga is highly praised by the Beyblade community. At least its animes are. However,
yes.
Saga is highly praised by the Beyblade community. At least its
yeah, these two animes I used to watch a lot. Beyblade Metal Fusion and Beyblade Metal Masters. I enjoyed Metal Masters most, but you know the drill. This was my favorite Beyblades when I was young.
Animes are. However, the last two animes have a weird drop in quality compared.
This one right here, I did watch a little bit of in the last episode, it would have been in the final part, but didn't get a chance to watch the whole.
To the other two. At least Shogun Steelies. You know I need to make a review on you in the future. So that gave me the idea to make a review of the Metal Saga. Side note. This isn't gonna be an in-depth review of each show. Mainly just the Metal Saga as a whole. If you want in-depth reviews of the Metal Saga shows, then stay tuned for a poll I create asking what shows you guys want me to review. Right now I'm in the middle of making a Beyblade Burst Turbo review. But enough talking, let's start the video. Firstly, I'm gonna be focusing on Metal Fusion and Metal Masters. Cause those are the two animes that are regarded more highly than the others. Firstly, let's look at the main character.
Yes, this was the main character. I liked him so much, and his not this one, the next one that they were gonna show you.
Now I will give the show credit. This is the best written version of Jinka we had. Since the show focuses more on him, of course he's gonna have better writing. Though even if he's the best written version, he's still kinda basic. At least to me. However, the show also acknowledges something in Beyblade that I've always subconsciously thought about. Instead of explaining it, I'm gonna let Jinka's dad handle that. Take it away, Phoenix.
And why are you able to smile even when you lose? Because your friend won? Because you were able to have a good time? Or because you found something to continue fighting for? This is the weakness in your will.
It's just as
Yeah, this guy right here, he's actually his father in disguise, which later got revealed in the next season.
you said. My will as a blader was lacking.
So I really like this message. I wish Jinka lost more, so it made it more impactful. But nonetheless it was a good message, and something I like what the show did with his character. Since we are already talking about the main character, let's talk about the side characters. They're actually pretty solid. Kyo Yu, Tsubasa.
Yeah, I like this character a lot, and he also have a Libra, I believe. His Libra also kind of my favorite, but not that much favorite. This guy's, however, this kid's Sagittarius was my personal favorite.
The characters are either great or solid. However, there's one character that I feel like is overrated as hell. That has to go to my boy Ryuga.
Yeah, this used to be the villain character of the anime.
Do I like Ryuga? Of course. But let's think about this. Other than hype moments, or a farming, and being a badass, is there any more to Ryuga's character? No, at least not in this version. He's your standard typical villain, which again he isn't bad, but this version of him does not deserve the amount of glaze he gets. Especially with the script given to him sometimes. Now look, I don't usually like to bash voice acting, because it's just people doing honest work. And you know, it's not even really the voice acting itself that's the problem. It's the script given to them. The Metal Saga in general has this weird thing where they say a sentence that isn't supposed to have a pause, yet they give those sentences in moments that are supposed to have a pause. Let me give you some examples.
Oh yeah. This used to be a thing when I watched it. I never noticed it because, well, I was a piece of shit. But now that I think about it, there used to be a lot of pause in the middle of sentence that where it's supposed to not be. I guess that they were trying to match the Japanese version, the original.
Losing to you and losing all of my points made me realize that for the first time.
Yeah.
Pegasus has an incredibly strong spin. Seems that Jinga is as good as they say he is.
Yeah.
It's him.
It's just the script does them dirty.
Yeah,
But let's focus on a good aspect of the show. The battles. Now some of them can be a bit dragged out. And it has this bad format where Jinka is getting his ass beat for half of the battle.
Yeah,
Then at the
I
last
remember
second he
this.
figures out how to beat his opponents. For some of these battles it makes sense, thanks to the stadium. However, it can be annoying lots of times, because it feels like plot armor is taking over. Now I feel like
Also, tell me this doesn't, call me crazy all you want, but can you say that this anime is actually made at the year 2009 or 2010? Like, look at how modern this is. It feels so modern. It doesn't feel like it was made at 2009 or 2010.
if the format changed, then this problem would be sort of avoided. The format for Metal Fusion is that once your base stops spinning, or you are knocked out the stadium, then that's it. It's done. There's no second round or anything like that, it's just over. I feel like this could be changed to 2 rounds. At least for Metal Fusion.
It looks like it's made of 2009. Yes, it is made on 2009. But the animation quality that it shows, it doesn't feel like it actually was made 2009. It feels more modern, especially during the Beyblade animations. You know, the way how they animated the top spinning.
That way the split battles can make the battles feel less dragged out. But once the battles aren't like that, they are absolutely peak.
You see all these spinners spinning and fighting around? These one feels very modern.
These bays have the most destructive capability, and it really adds to the visuals of the battles. That, and the fact the avatars literally come out the bay.
Oh, I like this
The
part.
show also
where
has an underrated
everyone...
aspect of not needing a stadium to do a battle. This is something I wish Burst and X did. Battles where they don't need a stadium are always the best, especially the battle I mentioned between Jinka and his father. It allows his bay to showcase its ability by burning the steel beams. The bays this saga are amazing. Except for one show we'll get to in the future. The special moves are great, and so are the bay designs. I would even say these are the best bay design out of every saga. But, these are all the strong factors of Metal Fusion. Heading into Metal Masters.
Yes, there it is. This is my personal favorite of all Beyblades.
These factors are only strengthened. The characters are significantly improved. Now having more heavy hitters like Julian, Klaus, Faust, Nile, even the less significant characters like Demure I like, mainly because of his ability to analyze based on the less significant characters like Demure I like,
hold on.
mainly because
Yeah, you see that Beyblade, you see that spinner right there? That one looks very cool actually. But the thing is, this was not the one that I like is a Sagittarius. That also have the similar design like this.
of his ability to analyze base closely. The antagonists this time are better, mainly Damien, which is one of my favorite antagonists ever. Even Ryuga is improved this season, having some nice character development. Acknowledging his possession from the dark power is his biggest disgrace. And now he doesn't really seek power, instead works for his own, and comes with a new bay, Meteor El Drago. Now while I prefer Lightning El Drago, I still like this version of it. And the bays have also improved significantly. Metal Masters introduced my favorite bay of all time, Hades Curb X. Which just proves my point about the base design and their abilities. Where his ability is to summon a gate to the underworld, and drags the opponent inside. Other bays like Galaxy Pegasus, Striker, Twisted Tempo, and Gravity Destroyer are all great examples.
Oh yeah, Gravity Destroyer. I remember this one. I remember this episode very clearly.
Of how to improve the
The Beyblade design from the outside actually looks very cool. Not gonna lie.
Even the underrated aspect of battling outside the stadium is improved.
Now, here's the thing. I always imagine this. Like, now, the way how these animations are going, like, all the Beyblades are battling and literally destroying the entire world. Like, sometimes I just believe, what if the spinner we used to play around with also used to have this type of power? Like, what if all these type of battles were actually real, where you destroy the whole stadium or destroy the whole world and everything for just a battle? You know what I'm saying?
Like Masamune and Xiaoxin battling on the Great Wall of China, or the famous battle in the city, where Jinka gets jumped by Damien and Jack. Julian against Masamune and Nile, and everyone else having their own battles. Speaking of which, the battles this season are amazing. Damien vs Jinka, Benkei and Demure vs Yu and Tsubasa, and Julian vs Damien are all amazing. This season also has way more one-sided fights, and I love it, because Metal Masters does one-sided fights differently. Usually in a one-sided battle the opponent gets taken out quickly. But Metal Masters has a different format, where they slowly and painfully establish the strength difference in the bladers. The most famous example being Julian vs Damien. The one time the show does a 2-round format, and it ends up being amazing. So, overall Metal Masters is amazing. So Metal Fury is where things get weird.
Yeah, Metal Fury. This is the 3rd season, and I didn't get to watch the whole. I got a chance to watch only like the last bit. Like last couple of episodes.
It's not bad at all, but it has this weird effect. Kinda like a beam balance with unequal weights. Where one part of the show is at its absolute peak, but that means the other half has dropped in quality. So, when it comes to the Basin battles, the Metal Saga is at its absolute peak. The battles are much faster paced, and thanks to the bundle of mode changes, the battles never feel dragged out or repetitive. Furthermore, the stakes are higher than ever. Now the entire world is at stake. And the antagonist, Rago, makes the battles feel so much scarier with the way he packs up the heroes. But with the rise in battles and bays, we get a drop in character and consistency. The plot of Metal Fury is that there are legendary bladers.
Hold on. Honestly, when I was little, I thought if I have the Achilles, which I do, I will have so much power. I'll have so much power to defeat my brother, which I did for only 2 months. Until Christmas came and they got a strong Beyblade. Yeah, I understand. Like this is what I imagined. Like, what if we actually had that superpower in the Beyblades in real life? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you actually didn't know about the anime adaptations. Seems like you've been living in a different dimension. People who played with Beyblades, they all watched animes. Only a few of them never knew about it, but yeah, those who played with the toy and never knew about the anime, I'll call them complete degenerate. Although I have a respect to you, so yeah, if you want to, you can still watch them. Although you can still watch them in illegal way, of course. At any case.
And the legendary bladers are destined to defeat Nemesis. Since we have legendary bladers and a bunch of new bays, of course we have way more characters. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't like half of the legendary bladers, excluding the ones we know. My favorite new legendary blader is Aguma. But even then the show fucks it up, because he gets wasted and packed up by everyone. Every other legendary blader is either alright, or I just don't care for. Mainly because we don't have enough time to develop them. Which is another weird thing about Metal Fury. Its episode count. Unlike Metal Fusion and Masters 51 episode count, Metal Fury has that cut short with 39 episodes.
39.
Which isn't a huge cut, but it definitely makes the pacing of the show very...
Also, another thing, I don't know about this. I don't know what's the hot take. Now that we see a lot of anime come in 12 or maybe 13 episodes, I just want to know, are you all satisfied? Actually satisfied with this amount of episode for just one season? Are you happy by the fact that it only has 12 episodes, or are you just upset by the fact that it doesn't have more episodes? So what I was trying to say is that on the anime shows, do you think 12 episodes is actually enough, or they should add more? In my opinion, I feel like they should add more, because that's what makes sense. You want to add more stories into the plot, so try to understand. I feel like only the kids cartoon, like Beyblade is a kids cartoon in general. Beyblade, Pokemon, and then all the other kids animes, they are the only ones I feel like that get like 50 plus, maybe 100 plus episodes. But all the anime that we watch, like we the adults, I never feel satisfied. If it's good, of course.
Very weird. Some arcs feel rush, others take their time, but one thing for sure is that some characters are not developed enough. A perfect example would be Chris. His character development is kinda rushed, since the show was coming around its final arc. On top of characters being underdeveloped, we even have our own characters not keeping consistency. Kyoya was annoying as hell during Metal Fury. He is very reluctant to work as a team, and has a total bitch attitude towards it, which doesn't make sense, because he was fine with working with Jinka in the beginning of Metal Fusion, to help him fight against the Dark Nebula. So this doesn't even make sense. Then we got Benkei, who became a total Kyoya glazer. Now Benkei sort of had this trait in Metal Fusion, but during there at least he felt like his own character, and the Kyoya glazer was only an aspect of his character. Now to be fair, this trait of Benkei only being
Oh yeah, I remember this guy. Yeah. This guy used to be
a glazer
something.
began in Metal Masters. However, that time it wasn't so bad, since Benkei was only in a part of Metal Masters. However, since Benkei is with us way more in Metal Fury, it becomes a serious problem. But with the downgrade of other characters.
Yes, there it is. There, yeah.
Get the massive glow up in
There it is. This is the blade I was talking about. This is my personal favorite. I think it's called Flame Sagittarius, if I'm not wrong.
Kenta, and the dynamic between him and Ryuga was enjoyable to watch. So we move on to the final Metal Saga show. Shogun Steel.
Yes. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first heard about it, after like first 4 or 5 episodes, I completely gave up. Like I did not enjoy it at all, to be honest.
Complete and utter dog shit. Down to the play designs, to the characters, to the battles. Everything about this show sucks. I can't even say Jinka was a good part of Shogun Steel, because he showed up for about 5 seconds to battle Zero, before turning into nothing more than a plot device. Even the OG characters don't do much except sit around, except for Benkei. The few good things I can say about Shogun Steel is the ending. Sakyo and Kira were decent. But other than that, the show sucked. So overall the Metal Saga ended on a pretty sour note. Unless you wanna talk about Bay Wheels. But that's a video for another time.
I never watched that.
But with that, I give you the lifespan of the Metal Saga. Overall had a strong start, but slowly spiraled downhill. But if you want to add on to what I said, or have an opinion of your own, let me know in the comments.
Also, that now that I watch New Generation Beyblade X now, I kind of hate that they have removed so many things from all these old episodes. Like I did watch some episodes on Beyblade X, but I did some episodes on Beyblade Burst. Sorry, my wrong words. I did watch some episodes on Beyblade Burst, and of course the Beyblade Metal Fight. I hate the fact that they have removed so many things from all these old animes on their newer ones. Anyway, that was the video. That was actually quite good, not gonna lie.